She said, "You'll never see them again," and the airport doors closed behind her. That sentence replayed in my head for weeks. I found out my wife had taken our kids to Sweden from a voicemail left by an airline rep asking if I wanted to cancel my seat. I was 39, an IT project manager in Portland, married for 11 years. I thought we were arguing like tired parents. I didn't know she was planning an exit. By the time I reached the house, their beds were stripped. Passports gone. Her wedding ring sat on the kitchen counter, perfectly centered, like a final punctuation mark. We'd been drifting for years. She grew distant, critical, always on her phone. When I asked if there was someone else, she said I was paranoid. I believed her because believing was easier than facing the alternative. The alternative showed up 3 days later in an email meant for someone else. Screenshots. Hotel receipts. A man in Stockholm she called her real future. When I confronted her over video, she didn't cry. She leaned back and said, "I was never happy with you. You were convenient. The kids will adjust." That was the moment something inside me went quiet. I stopped pleading. I spoke to lawyers. Learned what I could and couldn't do. Learned that panic makes mistakes permanent. I recorded everything. Dates. Messages. Times she blocked my calls while letting the kids message me from borrowed phones. Weeks passed. She grew confident. Posted photos online. New apartment. Smiling children. Comments praising her bravery. Then I did the one thing she didn't expect. I sent a calm email. No accusations. No threats. Just paperwork. I told her the kids had been accepted into a specialized education program back home that would support our youngest's learning issues. I attached official-looking documents. Enrollment deadlines. Custody forms that required both parents' signatures in person to finalize benefits and travel permissions. It wasn't fake. It wasn't illegal. It was real but optional. I added one line. "If you don't attend the meeting, I'll proceed without your input." She called within minutes. "You can't do this without me," she snapped. "I can," I said. "But I don't want to." She came back 3 weeks later, convinced she was in control. At the meeting, the mediator didn't raise her voice. Didn't shame her. Just asked questions. Calm ones. About consent. About relocation. About why the children's schools hadn't been notified. My wife's confidence cracked. When the mediator asked if the kid's father had agreed to international relocation, my wife said, "He doesn't get to decide." The room went silent. Later, alone, she hissed, "You planned this." I looked at her and said, "I protected my children." She didn't fight after that. Not really. She saw the reality she'd tried to outrun. We settled custody. The kids stayed. She returned to Sweden alone weeks later. The man she left us for disappeared soon after. I didn't win. I didn't celebrate. I rebuilt. What I learned is this. Dignity isn't loud. It doesn't chase. It documents. It waits. It chooses clarity over chaos. And when someone tries to erase you from your own life, the most powerful response isn't revenge. It's standing still long enough for the truth to catch up.